only one that thinks that Samara Weaving looks like the twin sister of Margot Robbie. Like, literally, if they make Gemini Man now, I think they'll star them two in it. And you really feel like we don't know which one is which. That's how much she looks like Margot Robbie. Ready or Not. So Ready or Not is a new horror / black comedy film. Basically tells the story of this woman named Grace. She's getting married, but she basically doesn't know if she could fit into the husband's family until we find out that this family has this tradition. Every time there's a new member of the family comes, they have to play a game. So basically, Grace has to pick out a card of what game to play. There are a lot of good ones, but there's one bad one. And of course, Grace picked up the bad one, which is a game of hide and seek. And she thought it's going to be a normal hide and seek game. Nope, it turns into a deadly nightmare, which basically, if the family finds the bride, basically they kill her. Now, I was actually pretty interested in Ready or Not. I watched the trailer and I said, this looks like a really silly, dumb, fun horror film that I'll probably never watch again, but it looks like a really entertaining film. Until I heard some really fantastic buzz about this film. A lot of people said this is the best film of the year. A lot of people said it's one of the best horror films of the year. So, right time to do Halloween week for a start of horror movie review, Ready or Not. And I gotta say, I walked in this film, I was very curious what I think about the film, and I gotta say, Ready or Not is a lot of damn fun. I enjoyed Ready or Not. Now, let's talk about what I love about Ready or Not. First of all, Samara Weaving. Now, all I know from her is that she's from The Babysitter, and she was good in that film. Holy shit, she was great in this film. Literally, she's a great protagonist. She stole the movie, and also, she was quite a badass in this film. And you do root for her to get out of the situation, because it's a pretty terrifying situation. And I gotta say, Samara Williams, I want to see him... Samara Weaving... I think, did I say Williams or Weaving? I think I said Williams. Samara Weaving, I said her name right. Basically, I want to see her in more shit. Like, if they put her in more movies, please do that. But also, Adam Brody stole this entire freaking movie. He's just a great character in this film because he's one of those characters that you don't know if you should root for this character or you don't root for his character. He's definitely the comic relief for this film as well. He brings up some really funny one-liners in the film. Like I said, Adam Brody really stole this movie. But what I love about this movie is that the genres, they mix two different genres together and make it work. Like, this movie is a horror film, but it's also a black comedy. And that's the thing I was kind of nervous about this film. Because, like, you know, it's a black comedy and it's a really terrifying concept. But they make this terrifying concept into a black comedy work. Because literally, now that you think about it, if this film took itself way too seriously, I would have had a different opinion on that. I wouldn't like this film as much. Black comedy aspect of Ready or Not absolutely works. This movie is so hilarious in a really dark fashion way. That's why it's called black comedy. Like, whenever something happens, they make fun of it, and literally you die yourself laughing because it was really, really funny. But also, this movie is intense when it needs to be intense, and I love that aspect as well. Like, there's parts where I'm like, oh, like, I like feeling like that in these films. Like, I don't know, I just like something like that for some weird-ass reason. But also we got the family in the film as well, and they all did a great job in this film. And the thing about this movie is that you kind of do get the family's motivations as well. I'm not going to spoil what the motivations are because it's the important part of the film, but you do kind of root for them sometimes, but mostly Samara Weaving's, of course. But there are parts of this movie that I'm like, okay, I can get the family's motivations, and that's what I like. You don't know who to root for in this entire film, but also this is a bloody good time. This film is glory when it needs to be. It's one of those films that you just had to have a good time with it. But also, I gotta say, the cinematography looks really nice. I love the set of this movie. It's very dark, but in a really artistic fashion. But also the costume design in this film was fantastic. I love the costume design in this film. Like, hopefully this gets an Oscar for best costume design because I think the costume design looks absolutely amazing. I don't really have much flaws with Ready or Not. I would say one of my flaws is that the start of the movie to me was a little bit slow. It was just a tiny bit slow. Even though I still enjoyed the first half, like I thought the first half was really good. It didn't bore me or anything, but I just think it is a little bit slow. Overall, guys, Ready or Not, I enjoyed this freaking film. This is a fun movie with great characters, great scares, great comedy, and great suspension. This is one of those films that you need to see. You need to see this as a fun slasher horror film, and I gotta say, this is nearly one of my favorite horror films of the year, definitely, with Us. I really enjoyed Ready or Not, so I'm going to give Ready or Not an A. So guys, that is my first episode of Halloween week for 2019. Basically, I'm going to review some 2019 horror films that I recently saw. That goes to The Lighthouse, then 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. Then we got Countdown, and tomorrow's video, I'm going to do a Blu-ray hunting video. I'm going to search for some horror movies that I don't own to make it a Halloween video, so look forward to that. So guys, let me know down below if you have seen Ready or Not. Do you like the movie, hate the movie, or thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for my latest reviews, and
have a nice day.